And welcome to Trip's Guide to the Giant Raid Boss. So I've been playing Giant Raid Boss a lot, and I wanted to really do kind of a guide on it. I have two different ways that I do Giant Raid Boss. The first is kind of evil, and that's basically where I kill my teammates and then handle it myself. I really don't recommend that because it's kind of an asshole thing to do, but it is an option. So basically, what I do is I pick my two main damage characters. I got the main one that I use, and then I got a backup. And then I typically add somebody like Shuri or Phil Coulson or maybe even Ghost Panther. So the thing about this is it's very team reliant. That's why I have those two strategies. I never kill alliance members or anything like that. But what I try to do is let them know ahead of time when their screen turns purple that they need to swap their characters or not attack. And a lot of time there's some communication because people want to go in there. Oh yeah, let's kill it. But there's a lot of things that you actually have to look out for when you're doing giant raid boss, and one of them is your teammates, which I think is a very cool factor. But at the same time, it's very annoying because you can end up wasting energy because some guy wants to use his tier 3 skill on Thor or something like that and basically wipe the entire team where it only leaves him behind. So for starters, I usually don't like to use the team skill or the co-op skill on these robots that come out because I think they come out in about 3 waves, and they're pretty easy to get down. There's 3 waves of the 3 guys, and then there's one large one before you can actually start damaging the giant raid boss himself. We're just gonna call him Sentinel or Sam or something like that. Let's just call him Sam for the sake of him having a cool name. So as you'll see, people they'll spam that, use your skill or whatever. And as I said, I try to stay away from it because it's just a waste of my time to do it because I can kill these things so fast. So as we were like kind of getting into it, these little sentinels, they don't do too much. They're very easily avoidable attacks, and a lot of this is just watching your feet. You have to treat it like how you would an ultimate world boss by not standing and stuff and paying attention. Another thing is they do have cues on the screen that will pop up and give you warnings, like what did that say? Leave the battle. That basically means to back the hell up, or you're gonna get one shot like that guy. Did he get one shot? Mm, yeah, I think he did. I think that's him laying on the floor. So basically, if you don't avoid that, then you probably already know by now that it's gonna hurt. So his other blasts that he have, they're not too bad. They'll do a little bit of damage, but the cool thing about this is it gives you the VIP skills, or not skills, but bonuses. So when you swap your character, they'll start healing. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't know that. So even if I take a little bit of damage or I'm on cooldowns or something like that, I'll swap out so I can recover. Now he'll jump into the air like this. I like to move this far back just because, you never know what can happen. And I say that because sometimes, I won't be near it and it'll hit me and I'll lose a bunch of health. And then when it hits you, you also get stunned and that just sets you up for failure. And you can lose a character like that very easily. Um, so basically, I just go through this melting them down. It's a stick and move kind of thing. It's not about just blowing your load as fast as you can. And this guy on the floor is spamming nicely done because he thinks that you can just run up and punch his toes till he dies without any repercussions whatsoever. So it is okay to back off. You have plenty of time to do this, and a lot of people rush it. I'll do my rotation, back off, wait for my proc, do it again. I kind of treat it like Alliance Battle Extreme in a way. Um, I won't put myself at risk to try to get in extra damage. I will back off when that's something a lot of people just fail to do. Now see that screen when it flashed purple just then? If my other two members on my team were alive, it would have stayed purple. As long as that debuff or whatever was on me, and if I did any of my moves, it would have killed them, and that's for sure. You still don't have a whole lot of health in this game mode, so whatever damage you're doing is going to pretty much, tear your other team members apart. Um, when I do this solo right here, it's not like it feels cool and everything like that, but that's not what this mode was made for. If I want to do solo content, then I'd go to World Boss and everything like that. I like the idea of people coming together as a team and taking this thing down. Now, as far as the team thing goes, a couple ways that we do it in my alliance when I do play with them is we'll have one person using support characters, which would be like Ancient One or Baby Groot or something like that. Somebody who can put healing down or shields or something like that. Even Sentinel is a great addition because he can put down those areas of immunity on the floor. which do help out a lot. So we'll have that support character, then we'll have one person running their two main attack damage and a booster like what I'm doing right now. And then the third person will have a little bit of a mix of both, a support character, and then they'll have a damage just in case, the main damage dealer gets taken out. Um, so overall, it's not a very hard mode. Um, One thing that you do have to kind of look out for is during this phase here, which I think is the last 20, 25 bars or something like that, these other little sentinels are going to come out. And a lot of times I see people ignore them because, they want to get the most damage out there. That's not, again, it's not what it's about. There is strategy to this. When you kill those two sentinels, that actually affects how much health he recovers because he recovers health twice. He's got the one where he has that shield and starts to recover, and then I guess these things repair him. It's really hard to say because I spend a lot of time trying to avoid things and not die because when you do the random mode with other random players, you don't know what they're gonna do. So I try to look at it from all aspects of this. So anyway, you'll kill those little guys, and they'll just keep popping out. And I know it kind of seems tedious, but you're not going to be able to melt down this health faster than, you know, having four sentinels out on the field. I don't know if that's possible because all of Strife's attacks are AOE, and most of the characters that I use do area of effect damage. Um, so I've also seen people asking on the Facebook page whether or not physical attacks or um, energy attacks do more damage. And to be honest, it really is just dependent on the character. It's not even a specific type or anything like that. And the reason why I say that is because, like, I'll clear this with Deadpool, Captain America, um, Spider-Man. Sometimes it really just varies on your character. It has absolutely nothing to do with type. Thor can actually work wonders in here, but he is glass cannon, and a lot of those, ABX rules still apply to this. So overall, I'm still gonna say that it's very team reliant. You're gonna run across people who are gonna carry you, or pull their weight, but a lot of times you're gonna run across people like these guys who died within the first minute or so, and it only took me about I'll take a minute off of that 5 minutes and 54 and say that I cleared it in 4 minutes and 54 seconds. So anyway, the whole thing is pick your team smart and it'll be easy. Just avoid stuff and treat it like you would any Ultimate War boss and ignore that timer. And as always, I do thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Trip's Giant Raid Boss Guide. Please do like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll check y'all later.